Welcome to Golf Training Hacks. Making ball first contact is so important to create a consistent shot. Yet that's so elusive for many recreational golfers. Now in part one of this series we talked about why that's the case. Many recreational golfers just don't have enough strength and stability on one leg to make that happen. Because you need, obviously, in a good golf swing, you need to shift your weight forward and you're going to be driving forcefully into this front side. If you don't have enough strength and stability on the front side, especially to shift your weight forward without gliding over your front foot or rolling your front foot, you need to drive your hips backwards and create one line with your ankle, knee, hip, and shoulder so that the low point of your swing arc is in front of the golf ball, and that's where you take your divot. You don't want the low point to be at the ball or behind the ball. That's not going to work. And for so many recreational golfers, they just don't have enough strength on the front side to make this movement effective. So what happens? Well, as they go into their backswing and then into their downswing, you've shifted your weight, right? But as you come into your downswing and through impact, this feels really solid, so you're going to stay there. Now, if that's the case, if you're on your back leg, you're going to be hitting the ground before you hit the ball. Maybe you can shift your weight forward a bit, but not continue it. So now you're square to impact. You're on 2 feet. That feels really solid, right? That feels way more solid than being out here for some people. But that's not going to work because now you're going to flip and cast at the ball and stand up because you've got to create room here, and that's not going to work. You need to shift your weight forward, keep your head behind the ball, get all that force controlled on the front side because there's a lot of force coming through the golf swing, right? That's what makes it so hard. It's easy to do it when you're just standing here, but when you have all this rotational force coming through, it's really hard to control this movement and get that position. So in this video, we're going to work on improving your single leg stability and strength. We're going to advance the progressions of exercises that we started in part one. So let's get started. A great exercise to improve single leg stability and strength is a Romanian deadlift on one leg, a single leg RDL. But before we do it on one leg, let's talk about what it actually looks like. What does an RDL look like? Well, if we had a barbell, I'll use this pole. I would set my neutral spine, put some extension in my lower back, a little bit of flexion in my upper back, and a little bit of extension in my neck, my cervical spine. I'm going to bend my knees a little bit, and to get the barbell down to just beneath my knees, I'm going to send my hips backwards while keeping this good back position. So I'm going to drop the barbell down and come up. I'm not changing my knee angle, right? I'm just keeping my knees at the same angle. My hips are going back. My back stays in a good position, and I go up and down. So I'm not trying to reach the ground. I'm just trying to keep my back in it. By pulling your shoulders back, you can help with that. And just trying to let the barbell slide down by putting my hips backwards. So to do a single leg version of that, you're going to set your neutral spine. You're going to put your knee at a certain angle, not too much, just a little bit. You want your head and your ankle to be in one line as you do this. So if this was my hips, my head and my ankle are in one line, and I'm kind of hinging over my hip. So I set the neutral spine. Now I'm going to set my knee angle, and I go down, and I come up. So this is an RDL, a single leg RDL. You can do it with weight. You can actually do it with a barbell. You can do it with dumbbells. So if we take a dumbbell, hold it like this, set your neutral spine, and do the same thing you would do if you had a dumbbell. Rather a barbell, right? So you're going to go down just like it was a barbell and come up. You don't want to reach. You want to draw your shoulders back, go down and up. You could also do this on one side. You could take one dumbbell, hold it on the opposite side of the leg that's posted, set your neutral spine, put an angle in your knee, go down and come up. So it's the same thing. And you could actually put a row at the bottom of this. Set your neutral spine, set your knee angle, don't change it. Bring the dumbbell down, row it, and come back up. You could do it with 2 dumbbells. It's always the same movement. So set your neutral spine, set your knee angle, hold the 2 dumbbells, go down the same way. You don't have to go down to the floor now. You're just going maybe just beneath your knee or maybe middle of your shin, wherever you can get to, and row. A little bit more advanced, you can stay in that position a little longer and do alternating rows at the bottom of the position, right? So you can make the same movement, drop down, and then you could begin to row at the bottom of the position and then come back up. So there are several variations of a single leg Romanian deadlift, a little more advanced, but it's a great way to start creating some single leg strength and stability. So if you found this helpful, we'd love you to subscribe to our channel and give us a thumbs up, because we want to get our message out to as many people as possible about improving movement quality. So tell all your golfer friends, and you know what? It's not just really for golfers. A lot of people can benefit from improving their movement quality. So thanks for watching.